Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Lou, and this is Metal Lens Reviews. Welcome to my channel. So, if this happens to be your first time here, you're checking it out, you like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys more content to watch. Alright, so this is a band I'm about to react to that I haven't reacted to in a while. So in the beginning of the channel, went through just a lot of ideas and recommendations how to kickstart my channel, and obviously different countries, music groups, music contests, a good part of them being Japanese. So I figure I'm gonna go back and do a couple Japanese bands that kind of boosted my channel to where it is. Actually a lot, I went through several different countries. Currently, I've been doing a lot of Russian reactions. Prior to that, it was Italian, Japanese, a little bit of everything on here. I like keeping my channel diverse. I mean, I know it's not everyone's bag, but I feel like there's a good balance. I'm always open for recommendations or suggestions. So this is Band Maid, and God, like I said, it's been a while. They're a Japanese hard rock band. They really know how to keep a tune. They're powerful. I've said a lot of good things about them, and yeah, I mean, every song was just great. It was really hard trying to nitpick anything that they did because they were really tight, heavy. Yeah, and the thing with Japanese bands, I've noticed, even if it's the same genre, they don't sound alike. They always, I mean, yeah, they might borrow elements from other bands, outside of Japan and incorporate it in their style, but there's always that Japanese edge you could feel. Some bands have it, some bands lean more towards their Western counterparts, but whatever. Band Maid has that balance, and, they're just badass, female fronted. It's just, it's awesome. And this is a song that I guess it might have been a recommendation at one point, I'll remember. But it's called Hate. So, here we are. I'm going to check it out. Alright guys, enough of that. Let me stop yapping, cue this video up, and we're going to react to this together, alright? Once again, this is Band Maid with Hate. Kind of going back in the past here. Japanese metal and rock music. Got to resurrect it once again. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, starting off strong. I like it. That's right. This is the band where the bassist kind of stood out to me. Really, I mean, all of them are incredibly talented, obviously. Gotta love the outfits, and they're just having a blast on stage. I noticed that too. A lot of Japanese guys. I mean, every band that performs live on stage obviously has to love their job because they're performing music for a living, something they created, But them especially, I noticed. Same thing goes with like Baby Metal and all those other Japanese, rock bands I've listened to. Always have a very charismatic spirit. It's full of energy. And look at that crowd, man. That was another impressive thing. And once again, it's a lot of Japanese rock groups I've listened to just really know how to home in and bring an audience, man. Everywhere actually, because I mean, obviously their fan base, and by them I mean, Band Maid and the countless other Japanese rock bands out there internationally, they're very, very well known. And people show up at the shows, have a good time. They pack the house, man. Which you can clearly see. Yeah, I mean, to try and break this down, it's all over the place, the song. But I mean that in the best way. It's heavy. It's got a nice melody to it. It's very forward, very up, up your face, kind of hard rock. Like, boom, a sonic assault. But, in their style. So, you can understand it, It's just, I don't know. There's something about it. It just kind of draws you in, Yeah, so far so good. Let's keep going. Man, like I said, you gotta give them credit. They're really, living in the moment right there. I mean, it's just amazing. I don't know. They come in my area, them, or Baby Metal, or Love Bites, whatever. I would definitely probably check out a show or two, or what, just to get that feel. I mean, if they're able to excite and really impress a audience that big, well, I mean, everyone's there to see them, but just, I don't know, just be so lively. It's different. It's very Japanese, I feel, it's just, they're very showy kind of, it's a very showy kind of group, they know how to put on a good show, and they're just really talented. I mean, you could hear every instrument, bass, drum, and they're just on point, always impressive. This song is no different. It's fast too, so I like that. Yeah, this is really classic stuff. And I haven't listened to Band Maid in a while, so as soon as I turn this on, it's like all the memories that were locked away are opening up again. I'm like, oh, that's right. Yeah, this is the band with how they do it this style. So I'm getting all this kind of flashback stuff. But yeah, very, very tight. Very, very, very good stuff. Let's keep going. I mean, you couldn't interrupt that. that was a huge chunk. Like, you see, like, these classy late 70s, early 80s bands do stuff like that, like, you know, like Iron Maiden or Judas Priest or whatever, really showy, you know, thrashy guitar solos, you know, like Metallica or Megadeth or whatever. But I mean, this little, you know, dual, you know, one off of, or I do one, you do one. That's so fucking flashy, entertaining, man. I love when do stuff. When I seen Godsmack, so Sully, their singer, he could play you know, a mean beat too, like on the drums, you know. So Godsmack's drummer would start a beat, and then Sully would join in on them, you know. So you had these dueling drummers, and it was just really, really neat, really, really cool. I'll never forget that. That's kind of like this. I mean, you had the guitarist doing her thing, bass player doing her thing. Really, I mean, and it's cool that they because a lot of bands, even if you hear it, they don't really let the bass player shine as much. And, you know, I appreciate, you know, the bass as I get older. I mean, I've always have. I played bass. But it's always one of those instruments that just kind of fills in the background, you know. But I'm glad it's being utilized the way it is today, you know. It's always a good thing. But, I mean, this was, you know, chef's kiss right here. Really, really cool. Really fun, engaging. And, I mean, just... Yeah, I mean, and what's funny is it's not super technical, you know, but, you know, it's not like John 5, you know, eating his guitar and making a solo. It's, you know, just them having fun, riffing around, soloing or whatever. I'm sure if you slowed it down and you wrote off the tabs, you could probably follow along. But at the same time, it makes it for an even better show. It was already good, but they upped the ante, you know. And that is super impressive. Like, come on, you know. Another thing, like, you know, okay, not in a dueling sense, but when I seen Slipknot, when Joey Jordison was still drumming for them, he would get on, you know, this elevated drum set, and it would kind of flip over. But, you know, all that stuff adds to a live experience, I think, and that's exactly what they're doing. And, I mean, you just, you know, either you have it or you don't, you know. That kind of talent is made for shows like this. And it's awesome. Alright, let's keep going. Awesome. One of my coworkers is actually heading down to Japan. I don't know the spot. I want to say Tokyo. I don't know. I would love to visit a lot of countries, but Japan has always been on my list. I just kind of grew up with Japanese movies, Japanese horror movies, Japanese kaiju movies, a lot of Godzilla. So, you know, it's always been a part of, you know, just my upbringing by choice, you know. And anime, of course, here and there. But yeah, wow. Incredible show. Everybody was on point again. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Any negatives? Ooh, that's hard. That's hard when you have to think about it, right? No. I think someone who wasn't expecting, like, a break like that, you know, because, you know, like, a lot of the times when people like metal music or heavy music, it's kind of like, you know, it's usually written in a very standard kind of way, unless you're trying to be, you know, weird or different or new and stand out. You know, it's usually verse, chorus, verse, a bridge, solo, and then, you know, back to the verse or chorus. You know, they had this gap, and I see this in bigger bands though. Like, you know, like Metallica will have a segment where they showcase the drums or the guitarist or the bassist, or sometimes they'll have like a dual guitar bass thing, whatever, or guitar and drums, whatever. And, you know, it's cool. I mean, obviously, Love by Band Maid doesn't need a introduction. They're super popular. Maybe you've seen the crowd. But yeah, I mean, super impressive. Always know how to put on a good show. But yeah, like I said, the one thing I've noticed, you know, reacting to these different Japanese groups, I'm sure they all come from the same region somewhere, you know, in Japan, you know. I don't know, they're able to be unique and different enough. Like I said, even if they're in the same genre, which is hard nowadays, you know, they have the ability to stand out. And I think it's that, you know, relying on the showcasing of different instruments, you know, to let the drummer shine, let the bass player shine, guitarist. And it works. It's not only entertaining and crowd pleasing, but it's a show of, you know, musicianship and craftsmen. You know, they're able to think of these, you know, guitar lines and bass lines and really, really work it into the set and the song and just construct it. And it's, like I said, not only boosts the song's, you know, popularity, but, you know, on stage, just looking at them, you could really appreciate it. It's like a wonder, you know, like, wow, they're actually doing that. That's no auto-tune or whatever, you know, synth, you know. So, and I always appreciate that, you know, like when when musicians get down to the nitty gritty, do their thing, you know, and you could tell Band Maid have a knack for it, and they really enjoy what they do. This was a good song, and yeah, I might just have to check out more of their stuff. I don't know, it's up to you guys. Alright, well, there you have it. That's Band Maid with Hate, a Japanese hard rock group that I've listened to some time ago, and bringing them back out. Doing quite a few Japanese musicians and music bands. You know, I just figure, you know, like I said, I'm kind of paying respects to the groups that kind of push my channel forward. So, and that being a big chunk of Japanese music. So, you know, it's my appreciation tour. Well, that's really all I gotta say and add to that. Thanks for watching. If it's, you know, your first time and if you made it this far in the video, thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, my friends, I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.